Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so I'll give you guys a countdown and then we'll get going. All right, we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reveal, go, good luck.
See ya. Good luck.
All right, guys, we have our bingo board here. Let's take a look. Watch stream. I love capturing. Great. Okay, so Matt hopping directly into Campanella. Both of them hopping directly into Campanella. Interesting. I haven't even got to read the board yet. Let me take right in the middle, stage B, Campanella boss. Any other Campanella codes here, or did they just happen to pick the same one? I think they might have just happened to pick the same one. Campanella does have an arcade leaderboard, I believe, so it could also go for that. That might be play here. Beat 7 bosses. There are 4 or 5. There's 5 in Campanella, right? 5 gifts, 5 golds, and 4 cherries. Yeah, this is quite the card, isn't it? Oh, it doesn't have a leaderboard. Actually, I thought it did. You know, I have the list. I just don't have it in front of me right now, unfortunately. Welcome in, Cosmoy. All right, so Pizza Party Time looks like they hopped right out of Campanella into Pin Golf. Oh, they were on the attract mode screen. I thought they were playing. Boy, that was silly of me. They were reading the card. Okay, so Pizza's going into Seaside Drive. Let me take a look here. Going for win the bonus game in Seaside Drive. That's a pretty quick one. You can do it in about 2.5 minutes. Tough goals. Well, let me see. So there's always guaranteed to be one really hard goal on here. I believe the very hard goal on this is clear 3 main levels in Rock on Island. That's the one that they got. No, neither of them started Pilot Quest. So I do see collect 5 Zoldnax in Pilot Quest. That's actually not a bad one to get. I definitely would have started Pilot Quest right away if I was one of these players. Seaside is, yeah, Seaside is good here. You get a lot of bosses really quickly. You get the bonus game. It has an arcade leaderboard as well if you get enough points. I don't know how many points you need to get on the board for this game. It's also, in my opinion, not a very difficult cherry. So if I see collect 4 cherry discs and I want to go for that, this would be a good one to get. Campanella is a cherry that you could reasonably get in, like, I don't know, 15, 16 minutes. Not one I would probably go for. I don't think that Matt here has been going for all the coffees in Campanella. Yeah, they're just getting through it. Going for that stage B boss. Everyone does always forget Pilot Quest. What's up with that? It's like the #1 thing you gotta do. I think it's because Bingo's just still new and you know, people are still figuring it out. Magic Garden is a good one for Cherry and Gold, unless you're me. I can't beat that game. I see a coffee. It looks like they're trying to get some lives here. Maybe a little bit of safety. A little concerned that they won't be able to get to that boss. I understand. I'm really bad at Campanella 1. All right, so Pizza Party Time over here in Seaside Drive, taking down the first boss. They did not die in this stage, so as long as they get through this boss without dying, they'll gain access to the bonus game. I'm curious to see if they're going to opt to finish Seaside Drive out and collect that gold, possibly even Cherry Disc, or if they're going to close out and opt for something maybe that they're more comfortable with. I don't know how well Pizza knows this game. Yeah, I would also steer clear of Magic Garden. It's not my game. You know what else isn't my game? Mortal. That's on this card too. Clear level 2B. I don't think I could do that, honestly. I'm really bad at that game. All right, so Matt is on the stage B boss here in Campanella. Once this gets beaten, that's going to be it. I absolutely hate this boss. It drives me nuts. The thing never goes in the net, and then this turret appears and just, like, knock blocks you constantly. It's the worst. Life count getting a little low, but all Matt has to do is get past this boss, tick that off, and they're probably, my guess is going to be they're going to hop out of Campanella here as soon as it says, like, stage cleared. Yep, all right, so Matt ticks off the first square here. Going to give them a point. Hopping into Caramel Caramel. Let me take a look at that. So beating the egg in Caramel Caramel, that's just beating stage 1, I believe. Meanwhile, on the other side, Pizza's hopping into Kick Club. So taking the progress they made on Seaside Drive, looks like they're going to go for more bosses over in Kick Club rather than finish that game out. Being an arcade game, Personally, I probably would have finished it out as my strategy. It's not a very long game. You can beat it in under 15 minutes. It's a very easy cherry, in my opinion. Maybe I'm a little biased because I'm kind of good at it compared to some other games, and maybe Pizza's not that confident they could cherry it. But it's not a game that saves your progress. So everything they just did was just for the boss's goal, and now they're moving on. Maybe they could have gotten a little bit more out of that time. Did Pizza not win the bonus game? Did Pizza not win the bonus game? Because they didn't take it off. 1 life loss. Ooh, okay, so that's rough. So they probably said, okay, I'm not going to waste more time on this. They take their boss win and move on. Now, stage 1 in Seaside Drive, beating the boss, only takes about 2 minutes. So it's always something that they can revisit later if they want to go for that bonus stage again. All right, Matt about at the halfway point of stage 1 here in Caramel Caramel fighting the Cookie. And looks like, how far is Pizza into Kick Club here? 1-5. I believe there's, correct me if I'm wrong, 10 levels per stage in Kick Club. Is that right? And then a boss, or the boss is level 10. I don't have a lot of experience with Kick Club, so I'm a little lost on it. 9 plus boss. Okay, thank you. Matt got the wrench. I don't know what that means. I'm going to be totally honest here. I have no clue. So I think this is a pretty smart play for Matt, as Caramel Caramel not only counts for that 1 square, but also counts towards the 7 bosses, which already have 2 from Campanella, while Pizza's only sitting on 1 boss currently and trying to make progress on that same goal. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets to that one first. Magic Garden is stacked. Is it? Let me take a look. I see Magic Garden Gold Disc. There's the arcade leaderboard. You would have gone for the Caramel Cherry. What is the cherry in Caramel Caramel? That's another game I don't know very well. If you can cherry Magic Garden, you can just hit 4 tiles at once with it. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid for sure. 500-point enemy defeat. Take picks in very specific. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so Matt beats the Egg and Caramel Caramel for the 2nd square. Looks like they're trying to figure out where to go next. Pizza's still in Kick Club stage 1 here, trying to get to the end. Going for that beat Track World in Kick Club square, and also contributing to the boss total. Seen Party House over on Matt's side. Have 6 trouble on screen at once in Party House, and get a climber to 9 pop in Party House are both on the board here. This is a good play. This plays towards 2 goals at once. I don't believe it contributes to much else. I don't see Matt going for gold or cherry here. Even if you're a speedrunner of this game, it's going to take you at least 15 minutes to get either one, typically. But still, 2 squares in 1 game is always a good thing. Can you do these in 1 scenario is something I'm not sure about. I don't think they're going for that, considering that they've picked a scenario that does not have the climber. Probably going to have to do 2 different scenarios here to make it work. All right, meanwhile, Pizza's finally on Track World here, going for that beat Track World square. Going to be spending probably a couple more minutes in Kick Club here before moving on from that. They're marking the bingo squares off. We're all like in a room together on Bingo Sync. So I'm just capturing it, and they're marking it off themselves. Party House would be better to reset random season until you get both the cute dog and the hippie. That could take a while. Random is random. It's not very kind. Get a bust over there on Matt's side. Typical, but what are you going to do? Part of the game. Now, as a former Party House speedrunner, I feel like I have the right to complain about how long that animation takes when you get busted by the cops, because, wow, it's brutal. It's like 7 or 8 seconds. Just gone. Pure RNG. No reason. Magic Garden contributes to 6 goals. Gold disc, 5 gold discs. Wait. Yeah, gold disc, 5 gold disc, 4 cherries, 5 gifts, 5 leaderboards. I read it as 5 pounds. I was like, what do you mean 5 pounds? 500-point enemy kill. Oh, is that on here too? I didn't even see that. It is. Oh, yeah. Magic Garden is super stacked. I don't know. Do we know if either of these players like particularly like or are good at Magic Garden? Because that definitely seems like the game to play here. This ended up being a very synergistic bingo card. I'm both happy because I think it'll be fun. I'm also happy because I think it's really going to put the SRL V5 format to the test here of whether it's actually balanced or not. A lot of this is going to come down to who gets into Magic Garden first. Now, Kit Club is not a short game. I don't know if we're going to see Pizza go for the gold disc here. Possible they may not be thinking too hard about getting gold discs at the moment, but it's something you definitely need to do. Is weigh your options of how you want to spend your early game, going for really fast goals, or working towards the longer general goal. Yes, I agree that Pizza probably should leave after beating Track World here. Potentially probably even should have left earlier. Now it's too late, but potentially before even getting to Track World here, should have said, maybe I'll come back to this later. I have to go cut off Matt. I suspect the next game Pizza is going to play is Magic Garden. Kid Club has an arcade leaderboard. Oh, very true, very true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we might see an intentional game over here. I believe after beating Track World, you'll just have enough points to get on that leaderboard. You do have to get top 5 on the leaderboard. I don't know the required score for that. I do not know the required score for getting top 5 on any leaderboard, actually. I think we have a list of all the games with leaderboards in the rules doc. If you could do me a favor and make sure Kit Club is on that, I would appreciate that. Top 3 is just below Cherry. I'm curious if Pizza knows the time investment required to get top 5 on this leaderboard, or if maybe they quit out and don't get top 5, they might be kicking themselves for that. Kit Club drive anyone else absolutely mad, by the way. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trouble over there on Matt's screen. Looks like they're going to tick that off. Matt's in a very favorable position, and look, they just opened Magic Garden. So, Goose, you said 30 minutes? Might be looking a little convincing right now. Looks like Pizza is just out. They're like, I can't afford to waste this time anymore. I have to jump into Magic Garden right now. Oh, they did beat Track World. Okay, sorry, I was looking away. I was talking. My bad. They did beat Track World. They ticked that off. Let me give them a point for that. And now they're hopping into Magic Garden. Very, very smart play here. Wow, that's a lot of oppies on Matt's side. Putting a lot of enemies on the field here. Gonna try to build up some potions. Let's see if Pizza can play catch up here. It's possible that Matt just takes a death here, but dying in Magic Garden is just really easy. It's something that happens all the time. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that here. And there it goes. Okay, Matt got kicked off there. Has to start Magic Garden over. Pizza's in the same boat. So they're starting at roughly the same place now. Pizza is in trouble right now. That's for sure. But let's not forget that the top tile on this column is not easy or free, and neither of them have any progress in it yet. Let's not forget that. TBH, I'd be going for 3 arcade leaderboards instead of the 500-point enemy. I agree, actually. It would probably be a good read on Pizza's part to say, Matt's probably going for the Magic Garden thing right now. I should probably try to go for quick arcade leaderboard spots. Pizza taking a really unfortunate death there again in Magic Garden. Let's see what Matt can do over here. He's got a lot of blue guys on the field already. I don't know how many you need to get a 500-point enemy, and I also don't remember what difficulty I put this goal in, but I hope I put it under hard. I think I did put it under hard. During the Hotspot at Kick Club, you might just not know which games have leaderboards. Very true. So currently, it's actually not banned to just look stuff up while Bingo's in its early days. That is something we're going to ban later. But something that I don't think we should ever really ban is the rules document, which does have complete lists of a lot of these things. So if you have the rules document open, you can see which games have leaderboards on the fly. Yes, Magic Garden is also a leaderboard. Also, welcome, Arank. How you doing? I saw your Bug Hunter world record. What the hell? Oh, Pizza taking another unfortunate death here. This is a really difficult goal. Not an easy one for people who haven't spent a ton of time in Magic Garden. You just got the Cherry world record in Bug Hunter 2? That's nuts. Nice job. My accomplishment was that just before this bingo, I took second place in Vanger Cherry. So, I got something going for me, right? Alright, looks like Matt's going for it here. They have a couple potions on the field. 210, 270. You gotta get to that other potion quickly here. 390, 420. Going for it, 450, 480. Just barely misses it. Oh, Matt, that's gotta hurt. Meanwhile, Pizza's struggling as well, taking another death over there. Sticking it out in Magic Garden, though, knowing that this is where they have to stay. Or perhaps not. Nope, they're staying. Okay. Probably a smart move, but probably unaware of the struggle that Matt's having right now. And had they originally gone and just went for leaderboards, they probably could have had one by now in something like Seaside Drive, which is where Pizza started, and opted to not finish. Yeah, that one definitely hurt. That's gonna be one for the highlight reel. Like Matt's going for it again, potentially. Nope, opting to not take out all of these blue guys here. Other one. Both players really struggling here. Did anyone catch if that was a top 5 spot for Matt right there? I missed it. I couldn't tell. It looked like it was either spot 5 or spot 6. 6? Okay. But yeah, top 5 in this game, also not free. Also not free. So whichever player clutches up first here is going to get a very big lead against the other. Something I wonder if Pizza is considering is not going for the 500 points and just going for the gold disc and the leaderboard spot here in Magic Garden instead. Morris, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome to Morzis, my bad. Are the alerts loud for you guys? They're like super loud in my headphones. Are they loud for you guys? And just to double check, you guys do have game audio? Loudish, they're fine. All right, I'll leave them. First time I streamed this, unfortunately, there was no game audio. I didn't realize it until afterwards, and the VOD was a little awkward to watch. Game audio is pretty quiet. Let me see if I can do anything with that. I think I can just do one of those. I like to keep one a bit louder than the other, just so it's not... so it doesn't scramble my brain too hard. Is that better? If the music is conflicting, I can turn one off. Can you go back? Absolutely. Better? We good? Alright, yeah, I can opt to turn one off. We'll keep Matt's volume on here. So it turns out this bingo is going to be a Magic Garden Struggle Fest. Matt's in a pretty good spot here. Got a few potions on the floor. Lots of enemies. 60, 800, 120, 140. Gotta grab that next one. Racing to the next potion. 360, 420, 600. There we go. All right, Matt can tick that off now. Looks like they're going to potentially stay in Magic Garden, try to finish it up. No, they're not going to. Wow, I'm actually very surprised by that. They could have just claimed that leaderboard spot. Magic Garden Bingo, very intense for sure. I also can't help but notice they did not get off yet, unless that's just my end. That's just my end. Yeah, I agree. It would have been smart to stay in that Magic Garden game and see it to the end. You get a lot more squares here. I think Pizza's goal now is just to, well, 5 seconds ago, the goal was probably to get a top 5 spot. Looks like they're staying in Magic Garden. Maybe they haven't noticed the board yet. Might be looking at it now. Meanwhile, Matt just trying to figure out what to do here. Trying to figure out what games have leaderboards. Hovering Rakshasa, a game that does have a leaderboard, but probably not one I would recommend for this particular goal, unless you're really good at it, unless your name is Burst Error. I don't know if I would be going for that. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't a message in the chat saying, you know what, I give up. Star Wasper is another game that has a leaderboard. I don't know how hard it is to get top 5 on that one. Yeah, leaderboard games are tough. I'd say my only real good ones are Seaside Drive and Camp 3. Beyond that, I'm kind of at a loss for leaderboard games. There's Ninpek. There's Rakshasa here, which is what Matt appears to be going for. The list is on the rules doc. I can't remember them all off the top of my head. Paint Chase is another one. Pizza surrenders already? Dead in VC. How do we tell Matt? If that's what it be, then that's what it be. We could run it back with a new card. We got plenty of time. Okay, let me hop in the VC here. Is Pizza surrendering here?
Surrender.
All right, somehow someone's got to tell Matt. Somehow.
He's got his Twitch stream open.
Oh, okay. Yeah, someone go to. I have his stream linked in my title. Someone go there and tell him. Do you want to run it back? It didn't take that long.
Yeah, I'm up for it if Matt is.
Okay, so while we wait for Matt to figure out. Oh, looks like he might have figured it out.
I should have kept that card in mind when I was in Kit Club, like that square in mind when I was in Kit Club and
Hello?
Seaside Drive.
Hey. Yeah, class.
Are we done?
Yeah, Pizza surrenders. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any scores up yet, and you've got like Caramel and Magic Garden, so
I've struggled mightily in Magic Garden.
You both. You both
it was
did.
brutal for me.
Pizza was also going for it at the same time.
I figured he was. I was like, please get it, because I looked like I was just going so bad. I got to 480 on one run, and
we saw that. We saw that. Do you want to run it back? Since it was kind of short.
If you and Pizza are both down, I would.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, sorry, that was you talking. I'm sorry. I'm not used to everyone's voice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, you guys want to run it back? I'll throw up a new card and we can do it.
Sure. Let me back out of the existing one.
All right, yeah. Start a new profile here, so get
Yeah, I'm gonna do
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I also found it interesting that neither of you booted up Pilot Quest. Pilot Quest Square on there was like very reasonable.
I didn't even think about it.
That's
I
like the number
like
one
it just
thing.
escaped my. Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought I read every square, but
Goose and
I
I were
just missed it.
commenting on that. Like every time we do this, there's always a Pilot Quest Square, and no one ever starts Pilot Quest. So
I will certainly think about it this time if there is one.
I thought about just going into Pilot Quest, even though I didn't read the squares.
honestly, like
Uh,
just starting the boot up of Pilot Quest in that cutscene while you're reading the bingo board might not be a bad idea.
I guess I'll just do that. That's probably fine.
And
Yeah,
if there's
that's
no
a really
Pilot
good
Quest, you
idea.
just
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, just always start Pilot Quest.
Because it does have that little like 30-second cutscene at this. All right, so if you guys are ready, I'll count you back down. Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, ready? In
Yep.
5, 4,
Good luck.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, we're off. Let me reset the scores here. Booting up Pilot Quest, as expected. Oh, excuse me. Is there Pilot Quest on here? Big. No. No, there isn't. But you know, it's the strat that counts, right? And now you have a moment here to read the board, double check, make sure. I see Quibble Race gold discs, so we might be in for a good time here. 10 bosses of Pilot Quest could at least contribute. That is true, but is it really worth the time investment to do that? See Waldorf's Journey over on Matt's side. There's read 5 signs in Waldorf's Journey here. Not a very difficult one. Might take a couple of runs here, but these are really fast runs. Pretty quick goal to go for. Nightman or Gold Disc is on here, which is like one of the fastest ones. If you know the route. Don't know the route, it could take 10 minutes. It would be kind of long for a goal. We could see some Grimstone here, some Valbrace, Divers. We have the Find an Easter Egg UFO in 3 games. So that's cool. I also noticed that Pizza's also starting Pilot Quest, even though it's not on the card. Fish contributes to food in 5 games. Fish. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, that's a good point. We also have 15 gifts for the garden, which is the highest garden gift option that we have. I removed the 20. I replaced it with 15. I thought 20 was a bit much. Let's see what else we got. We got Party House again. We've got the same basketball boss in Campanella. Pick up the Rod and Bloodsword in Barbuda. That's one I actually don't know how to do. Pizza just likes Pilot Quest. I mean, name him. 3 skills in Grimstone is a little tough. Yeah, it's a little tough. So there's got to be like optimal characters to pick for that, right? Like the characters that learn skills first. I wonder what like the strat is there. Okay, so Pizza's hopping into Quibble Race. I think this is a good strat. You can beat this game even without the annoying mashy slot machiney speedrun strats. Quibble Race is like less than 5 minutes. So this is a good play for Umbra and Lee come to mind. Yeah, I don't know Grimstone that well. That sounds right to me. I don't know. 3 skills sounds lengthy. I don't think it's too lengthy. You just have to grind for a little while, right? I don't think it's too bad. I'm pretty sure I do have it as one of the more difficult goals. I'd have to double check the JSON. Oh, looks like Pizza is using the speedrun strats here. Just minimum betting on everything to the end and hoping to win. I respect that. Umbra gets skills pretty fast. Can think of 2 near spawn. Interesting. Yeah, the bingo meta is gonna continue to develop here as we figure out like what's the fastest way to do this goal, what's the fastest way to do that goal. Rhea gets Pilfer pretty early. Yes, actually, I know that because I just started Grimstone and I already have that skill. Speedrun strats are not the way to do Quibble Race Gold and Bingo. I agree, but I mean you have to respect it, right? Yeah, it is way worse than just playing the game normally. So I noticed there are 2 Barbuda slots here, and they're synergistic with each other, picking up the Rod and the Bloodsword and filling 5 item slots. So obviously the Rod and the Bloodsword are 2 item slots. That's true, right? They're 2 item slots in Barbuda. Surprised no one ran for the Porgy Square. Yeah, the Porgy Square is very fast if you are. Pizza should have put an enemy as pilot for the game. Yeah, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. But it's what they're doing. So let's see. So it looks like Matt here is actually just going all the way in Waldorf's for the gold disc. Is that on here? Waldorf's gold disc? Or like X gold discs? I don't think it is. But taking it all the way to the end here. Not collecting the gold disc here. Yeah, there's no point, really. Just looking for signs. All right, round 6 over here on Pizza's side. Gonna try to make this count. All right, let's see. Let's go, Shadow. Let's go, Shadow. You got the Shadow. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. No, not the rock. Oh, he doesn't get stopped by a rock. Okay, so I think that's going to be the gold disc. Hopefully. Yeah. There you have it. Board has a grindy divers and Grimstone goal. Yep. RPG heavy board here. Doesn't have to be, though. There's a lot of short goals on here as well. All right, so that's going to be Quibble Race gold disc for Pizza to get things started here. I haven't ticked it off yet. There we go. So Pizza off to an early lead here while Matt's looking for the signs in Waldorf's. I haven't been keeping track of how many they have so far. This is a stat that is tracked in-game. If you're ever not sure, you can just check how many signs you have. Favorite part about Quibble Race is how 90% of the time you can win by not playing. Yeah, very true. CPUs do love taking on those loans. Looks like that might be the 5 signs. Yep, okay, so that's going to be 1 for Matt. Let's see where they both go next. Pizza's still deciding over there. So the very hard that was chosen for this card is Kick Club Gold Disc. That is the likely hardest gold on this card right now. 100% consistent if you're just good at getting lucky. That's... yeah. Makes sense. If you don't think about it. Okay, so Matt's hopping in Overbold here. So... what do we have on the card for Overbold? What do we have on the card for Overbold? Am I blind? Oh, buy 10 unique items from shops. You can get a lot of that here. You can finish that right here in Overbold. Probably, yeah, probably the best game for that. Yeah, I also hope Matt tracked the stuff they bought in Waldorf's. I assume that he did. Meanwhile, it looks like Pizza's going into Night Manor. Maybe I'm a little biased, but this is where I probably would have started. It's extremely fast. You don't have to be a speedrunner to do it in under 2 minutes. You just have to know the route. Yeah, very smart play from Matt. I didn't even consider that you can do a lot of shopping in Waldorf and then just finish it up in Overbold very quickly. All right, so we're going to see here if Pizza knows the route through Night Manor. They didn't pick up the bowl, which implies to me that they do. Typically, people who don't know the gold disc route will pick up the bowl, not realizing that it's not required. Oh, I see a terminal. So it looks like we're doing weak shot. Yeah, okay, so stage 1 Seaside Drive with weak shot. Now, it doesn't really matter because there's no other Seaside Drive goals on here, but while you have a terminal code active, you cannot work towards any other goals. But this is only like a 2.5 minute goal here, so should be pretty easy for Matt to bang this one out real quick and snipe the column away from. Oh no, Matt is working on column 5. Matt's pink. My bad. Matt doesn't know that Pizza's doing Night Manor right now though, so Matt had the opportunity here to snipe Night Manor away from Pizza, but did not take it. Didn't realize. I've played a good amount of Seaside Drive. I've never done this, so I don't know how hard it is. It's got to be pretty hard, right? Yeah, Pizza's cutting off column 5, so that, you know what that means? We actually have a game on our hands. And look, lo and behold, Pizza seems to know the gold disc route through Night Manor. They've picked up all the required items here. Only I think the gas can and the oil were not required here, but doesn't matter too much. I'm a Night Manor speedrunner, you know, I'm yapping. Probably not too hard, but the boss, yeah, the boss has to take forever. Double mini max squares. Yeah, we also have double Barbuda. And we also have double Kick Club. And none of those games have appeared yet. So Pizza's already kind of shown that they're not afraid of Kick Club. I anticipate that they're going to probably hop into that soon. I would hope so, at least. If I was Pizza, that would probably be my strat. If you're able to consistently gold Kick Club, this is a good card for you. Yeah, my eyes are kind of glued over on Matt's screen right now on Seaside Drive. I think I have to try this now. I almost wonder if this would be like an interesting speedrun category, because Seaside Drive is kind of an speedrun, but this could really test your ability to like take out the bosses quickly, so I almost wonder if this should be a category. All right, through stage 1, that's going to be another one for Matt, but Pizza just finished Night Manor, and I have not been keeping track of the points very well. That's going to be 3 for Matt, 2 for Pizza. And Matt's probably a little peeved that they just missed out on Night Manor. Both players now deciding where to go next. All right, looks like Matt's going to be opening up Caramel. Caramel going to try to finish out this column anyway. Interesting choice. I wonder why. Oh, nope, they're doing it. Yep, they're going for it. Matt's just feeling the shmups today. What can I say? Where's Pizza going now? Fist Hell. Interesting. So survive 9 waves in the gym in Fist Hell. I'm going to be real. I don't know what this means. 3 fuel tanks is a very smart player right now, and I'm surprised that Matt isn't going for that, considering that this Caramel square doesn't contribute to a bingo for him. Yeah, I agree. That was probably the place to start, and neither player went for it. I'm gonna assume that neither player knows where these fuel tanks are, but honestly, you can get 3 fuel tanks so close to the start of Porgy that like you could just wing it and do it pretty quickly. It's one of the easier goals in the bingo. Fistel does have an Easter egg UFO. This is true. So they're playing the campaign here, probably looking for that Easter egg UFO, and then maybe we'll see Pizza hit the gym after this and try to get that square. Alright, so there's the UFO. Destroying it for good measure, even though it's technically not required. That's going to be 1 Easter egg UFO for Pizza. It looks like they are just resetting. They're going to go for the gym now, it looks like. And maybe they thought it was a separate mode, but I believe it's actually in the game. And I don't know where. If I'm being honest, I have no idea. Alright, looks like Matt's heading into Campanella, going for that Stage B boss. Just something they just did before that should be fresh in his mind. Can't imagine he's going to have too much trouble with this. Doesn't seem to know where the warp is here, interesting enough. Currently, no. Google outside help, notes, all that is allowed. That's not going to be the case forever, and it's probably not going to be the case for very long. In these early stages, while we're still figuring stuff out and everybody's still learning the games, you know, we can't expect everybody to know everything. I certainly don't know everything. Taking the long route to get 20 lives. Is that on here? Oh, that is on here. I didn't even notice. So we have 2 Campanella, 2 Kick Club, 2 Barbuda, and 2 Mini and Max Squares on here. This is a really interesting card that we get. Would a UFO text in a game count instead of a floating Campanella? Can you be more specific about the text you're referring to? What game is that? Okay, so Pizza's in the gym now. Looks like they have survived 3 waves so far, if the scoreboard is how you count this. How are you going to ban notes honor system? Pretty much, yeah. I mean, what else can you do, right? I mean, we're all doing this for fun. There's nothing at stake. There's no cash prize or anything. All right, not able to get any more lives out of that bonus stage, but sitting at 9, which is pretty good. If you know Campanella well, if you know where all the coffees are and everything, 20 lives should be pretty straightforward. I think you can just do it all in one first stage. Arn Polly, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. For anyone who might be new here, UFO 50 Bingo, it's new. Goose and I have been developing it for a week and a half-ish now, and it's getting better every day. The community is excited about it. New stuff is getting added pretty much every day, even every hour, honestly, at this rate. And tentatively, I haven't set anything up yet, but planning on hosting a little tournament on Saturday here on my stream. So if you want to watch more UFO 50 Bingo, be here on Saturday. You heard there was a bingo? You heard correctly. I don't know where everybody's hearing about the bingo. I haven't really, like... I've posted about it, like, on my Blue Sky, but that's it. Like, I haven't been out there advertising it, so... It's kind of interesting that, like, word is just getting around. People are talking about it. Alright, Matt making short work of this boss in Campanella. We do have defeat 10 bosses on here as well, so that's going to be one for Matt. I haven't keeping count of how many they've gotten so far. It is kind of crazy, like, how many people have been interested in this. You know, it makes me happy that silly little idea we had is, like, all of a sudden blowing up. The streets yearn for bingo, very true. I am going to be submitting this to some upcoming marathons, so we might be seeing this in Multithon, which is coming up in March, and the ultimate goal here is to get a showcase of this in SGDQ. So we'll see if it happens. Barbuda time, indeed it is. I don't know how well Pizza knows Barbuda. I only know how to get the gold, and I'm gonna assume they don't know it that well, considering that just happened. Matt is schmovin'. Matt seems to know Campanella very well. Making pretty short work of this. I wish I was this good at Campanella. I still haven't beaten this game. Alright, so Pizza probably realizing, hey, there's 2 Barbuda squares here. If I can figure out where these items are, I can contribute to both of those squares at the same time. This seems like a good game to open, some good goals to go for. The optimal 4 items to get are the 2 you get in gold, plus the umbrella and the trash. Yeah, I think I made a little like Barbuda map for myself, and I think you're right. Okay, so that's gonna be 20 lives in Campanella for Matt, which is gonna put them. I've apparently still not keeping good count. They're gonna put him up to 5. Pizza's still sitting at 2. Matt has kind of been dominating tonight. Matt has been really putting in the effort here. Looks like he's gonna be beelining it for the boss now. Trash is gonna be useful. So true. All right, I believe this is the umbrella in Barbuda. Is that right? Yes. So that's gonna be an item there. Matt paused. Everything good? Maybe he's just reading the card. He hasn't said anything. Does the candy count as food? I believe it does. I don't know if it's actually on our list of food. So if it's not, we should be adding that because it definitely would count as a food item. There's some further synergy on the card here, collecting food items and eat 10 hidden desserts in Kit Club. That's some pretty good synergy right there. Yeah, the bats in Barbuda. Everybody hates them. Certified bat moment. I mean, you all saw the GDQ showcase, right? What happened to Glitch there? That was rough. Be grabbing the necklace here. That's 3 item slots. Only needs 2 more. And probably going to be looking for the rod and the blood sword if I had to guess. Although, do those count as item slots or are they just upgrades to your... I'm not actually sure. Glitch is so sweet. Glitch was so nice to meet in person. I think we've kind of become like friends from the GDQ experience. Yeah, they're great. I love them. Extra weapons do not count. Ooh, that's a bit of a bummer. At pondering his options here. Oh, I gotta give him a point for stage B boss. If I'm Pizza, I'm looking at this board. I'm a little scared. Matt opening up Party House. So we have a party with 4 dancers in Party House. This is, I think, the easiest Party House goal we have. All you have to do is buy 4 dancers and get kind of lucky. You can increase your odds with drivers and make it happen. Pizza does seem a bit lost. Definitely seems that way. And you know what? I would also be lost in Barbuda. So I can't really blame him. Meanwhile, Matt is on the move. This guy stops for nothing. Yeah, the bats are so brutal. 3 lives left on Pizza here. And unfortunately, if Pizza loses all those eggs, all that progress towards this goal goes down the drain. All right. So Matt has a smart plan here, which is stocking up on auctioneers. You want to get your house really big. So you have a lot of opportunities to pull these dancers out of your den. Something I have not been keeping track of is the number of gifts that each player has. I doubt it's going to come down to that, but something to keep in mind. We do have to collect 15 gardens. Yeah, I'm going to take a guess and say that Pizza doesn't know much about this game beyond Gold Route, which is where my knowledge of Barbuda also ends. Barbuda. There you go. All right, got 3 dancers here. Going for the 4th. Got the driver, so that's going to be 4 dancers for Matt here. Kinda sweeping this board. Kinda sweeping. All right, finally we're getting the 3 fuel tanks in Porgy. This is a really fast one. Matt might straight up just win on majority before Pizza gets through Barbuda. He's just blazing through these games as fast as possible. Matt has 2 gifts, Pizza has 1. Okay. Sounds right. I don't know. Matt might be looking up where those fuel tanks are. Again, looking stuff up, not banned currently. While we want players to feel like they're able to actually complete the bingo cards, it takes some practice to actually get to the point where you can do this without having to look at your notes or Google something. Get the feeling Matt is trying to cut off all the possible bingos and then going for 13. I mean, it's a smart play, right? There's so many fast goals here that Matt apparently seemingly knows how to do. Whereas Pizza is kind of getting stuck on these longer ones and not really making a lot of progress on the card itself. Having fun in a game without making difficult for yourself, truly unheard of. If you're playing a game without self-imposed challenges, what are you playing? Like we do have a boss somewhere nearby for 4G here. Matt's screen. 2 bosses, both the shark and the squid are nearby. Octopus, whatever you call it. Right, that's going to be fuel tank number 2. All they have to do is get it back, and there are 2 bosses chasing that right now. Now, they might go for the... Yeah, they're going to go for the eastern base here. Probably the smart play, considering their fuel levels. One is a bit closer. Meanwhile, Pizza is in the same room he's been in every time I've looked over at his screen. So I'm going to say that he's probably a bit lost in Barbuda right now. And I'm going to throw it out there as a free tip for anybody looking to play UFO 50 Bingo. If you're stuck on a game and the card is still pretty open, you should probably move on. If Matt gets a 3 UFO after Porgy, I don't think there's anything left for Pete. I agree. We may see another surrender here. Matt is shaping up to be a very strong bingo player. Pretty impressive display so far. I've seen Matt around the server. I know that he's played a lot of this game. I can't say I'm super surprised by this. He's just been absolutely sweeping them. So finds the Buster Torpedoes, which is not on the card, but could potentially help find fuel tanks. I know there is one more easy one near the western entrance, near the western base, that he hasn't picked up yet. Oh, and there's also... I don't think you can get that one up there very quickly, actually. Kind of take a long way around. Not very convenient. Unless I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know Porgy all that well. So 2 fuel tanks, 1 Buster Torpedo for Matt. Gotta find that last fuel tank. Pizza has found a chest in Barbuda, and we're gonna learn what's in that chest together, because I sure don't know. Another item! So Pizza has 1 more egg and needs 1 more item. Can he do it? We're gonna find out. Looks like he might be looking at a map. Might be looking at a map right now. Can't blame him. I love when the music in port stops. No music whatsoever. Okay, we got Lamia here. Gonna start chasing down Matt. Looks like Matt's just gonna opt to go down to Area 2 to try to find this last fuel tank. Again, I believe there's 2 in Area 1 that he could get pretty easily, but maybe he just hasn't seen them, doesn't remember where they are, or maybe he hasn't played this game that much. When did Pizza get... I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I have not really been paying that close attention to Pizza. We can review the tapes later, but for now, Pizza gets that point. 2 points. So Pizza at 4, Matt at 7. Turns out that time in Barbuda was probably pretty well spent. Ooh, okay, so Matt taking a death here. Like I said, there are more fuel tanks in Area 1 that are much faster to get. And Matt may actually be getting a little bit knowledge check. You get it after killing yourself in that chest room. Pizza had the rod, so didn't get it exactly, but I'd say it counts. I don't know what counts for what in Barbuda. I really don't. We can discuss this later. Perhaps that goal needs to be revisited, clarified. I don't know. This is why we do all this testing, though. The rules for 100% speedrun, you have to physically hold both. All right, well, we can ding them later. For now, we can let the game continue rolling on. All right, looks like Matt did find that fuel tank. Just has to get back up about halfway through. Hopefully he doesn't take any hits here. That would spell disaster. Yeah, we're talking about the other Barbuda goal. That would he definitely did get 5 item slots. There's no question about that. Ooh, there's a boss. There's 2 bosses here to stop Matt from collecting this fuel tank. Let's see what happens. Oh, gonna have to spend some fuel to get away. I don't think Matt is collecting this fuel tank. Okay. I think he's got it. Down to the wire. 1 more hit would have ended him, but I think he's got it. That's gonna be 3 4G fuel tanks for Matt. Again, little knowledge checked. There was one, I'm pretty sure, right next to this base that he could have picked up. Pizza's Googling how to play divers. Dude, same. So, Bob was the one who wrote this kill a slimy eel and divers goal. And so I was talking to him about it. And it's under the hard category of goals. He said it's for somebody who knows what they're doing in divers, it would take 7 to 10 minutes. Pizza might not know the scope of this goal, and is just hoping it's not too bad. But frankly, if I'm Pizza, what am I going for here? Probably the collect a food item would be the easiest. I don't know Pizza's skill, how well Pizza knows Valbrace, but leveling up at a throne in Valbrace is not super difficult, as is the Easter egg UFO goal. There is an Easter egg UFO in Divers. They may be looking up where that is. Pizza didn't get it. Pizza didn't get what? That's true. Pizza could, and it seems like that is what Pizza's going for here. Booting divers is the correct goal if your goal is to get column 2. Don't go for the UFO in divers. 30 minutes for someone who knows what they're doing. Oh boy. All right, Matt's heading into Galfaria. Yeah, I was gonna say, why? Star Wasper. Another one where I'm gonna say why. Maybe for gifts for the garden? Maybe 10 bosses, potentially? Oh, there is an Easter egg UFO in Star Wasper, actually, and it's very easy to get. All you have to do is spell G-E-E. Yeah, UFO in 3 games, very true. If Matt ticks UFOs, that might be GG. That might be GG. If you want to gift, just boot up Black Koala. Very true. Seaside Drive for a UFO. So I think I think he's done Fist Hell and now Star Wasper, and now he's going for Seaside Drive. There's faster ones, right? I'm like, I don't have my list in front of me. But the Seaside Drive UFO takes kind of a while to get. You have to get to stage 3, about halfway through stage 3, so it's like 7 or 8 minutes to get that. Yeah, if you know what you're doing, the Galfaria UFO is definitely a little bit faster. You could get all the way to the UFO and just run out of strokes. I think you can do it right from the beginning of the game. Onion is faster. Is there a UFO in onion delivery? If there is, that I don't think that's on our list. Matt's gonna get BL to TR. Ooh, ooh, you might be onto something. So we might be seeing a Mini and Max play here to finish it off. All right, I'm trying to figure out Pizza's game plan here. I really don't know divers. Don't know if they're trying to get to the UFO here or not. I'm gonna assume no. I don't know where the slime meals are in divers, unfortunately. Yeah, Mini and Max, especially, this is the higher shinies requirement for Mini and Max. We have another goal that's 100. So 300 shinies definitely requires you to know some stuff about the game. But honestly, with how Matt's been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if he knows Mini and Max pretty well. Pretty sure there's a Campanella on a tile in Onion, but I don't know where. I'm gonna look into that. It kind of looks to me like Pizza is looking for the UFO and divers. Kind of looks to me like that. Might be looking at a map right now. All right, Matt is making his way through Seaside Drive. We're in stage 2 right now. Again, to get the UFO in this game, you need to get halfway through stage 3. So he's going to have to get through the boss of this, and then another probably a minute and a half after that, you should have the UFO goal done. In between Jurleys and Diana Law. Those are words. They mean something. I don't play Onion Delivery. I don't really know. But I'll look into it. I'll take a look at the map, and if it's I'm sure you're not lying to me. If it all looks good, it'll be added to the list. So thank you. I'm trying to make the list as complete as possible. So thanks for that information. You're looking on the map, you see it? Okay. So the rules doc should have open suggestions. If somebody could just like add that as a suggestion into the rules doc, that would be great. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Pizza killed a slime eel. Okay. I wasn't looking. Cool, alright. So, the diver's goal is done. Pizza probably doesn't realize he's about to lose the UFO's goal, unfortunately. But, I mean, 5 to 8, this is not over. It's definitely not over for Pizza. If some smart plays could save Pizza here. And for me, in my opinion, smart play would be for Pizza to open Mini and Max. Orbeez and Butlery, the hardest stop. That's cool. What a game, Onion Delivery. Alright, Pizza's still weighing his options here. Hovering Kick Club, which also is not a bad choice. But I think Pizza knows that if he goes for the Eat 10 Desserts and Kick Club, he's gonna lose the UFO square. I think that might be what the debate in his head is right now. 300 Chinese can be done in a few minutes if you know where to go. I don't know how long it would take. I imagine it wouldn't take super long if you like knew where everything in the game was. Okay, so he is going into Kick Club. Handing the UFO's goal to Matt, which normally I would say probably not a good play, as that's the easier one in my opinion. But since Matt is about to cash in that goal, this is actually probably a better play. It's gonna be it's gonna be 2 slots if Pizza can gold disc Kick Club. Yeah, if you know it's a few minutes, but you gotta know exactly. I don't know if Matt knows blocks. Okay, yeah, he does know. So Golden Kick Club is something that is not particularly fast. It takes a while, which is why it's under the very hard category on the bingo JSON. If this is something Pizza can pull off relatively quickly, then it could put them in a decent position, but Matt could just swipe up a lot of the faster goals in that time, so what happens here? All right, so that last UFO is going to be coming up very soon. Just has to survive about a minute of stage 3 for it to appear, and then they can just close out the game, take that off, and move on to something else. I expect that Matt is probably going to hop into Mini and Max after this. They're going to want to hit that 300 shinies and just finish this up. And if that's what Matt does, this might be over. I believe the UFO is going to be spawning very soon here on Matt's side. I believe it's right after this wave here. Yep. There it is. Now, technically, you don't have to kill the UFO, but Matt kills it anyway. Taking that off, that's going to be 9 for Matt. Now, if I'm Pizza and I see that, I would... Okay, I was going to say, why is he still playing Seaside Drive? If I'm Pizza and I see that, I'd be hopping into Mini and Max right now. I would not be wasting any time. Potentially hasn't seen it yet, or perhaps is just really dedicated or really determined to get this Kick Club thing done. See. I think this is going to be a really good test of the 300 Chinese goal. One that I was a little skeptical of when I saw it. I don't know how easy, how long it takes to get 300 Chinese, so I think I'm about to find out. Yeah, true. Some people are diagonal blind. I'm kind of one of them because I didn't realize that Matt was that close to winning in the first place. All right, I'm no expert, but it does kind of look like Matt knows where he's going. Can you... Yeah, you can't see the shot. Just wanted to make sure. All right, Pizza over here in Kick Club, kind of struggling a little bit. Oh, excuse me. Down to their last life, still in, I believe, World 1. We already... Okay, got an extra life. We've seen Pizza do better in Kick Club in the past, so that was a hidden dessert right there. It looks like they're just probably trying to cash in on that 10 hidden desserts, and they're going to move on. Matt absolutely has no idea where he's going. Okay, good to... Well, that shows how much I know about Mini. All right, I am definitely curious to see when Pizza gets these 10 desserts, if he's going to continue Kick Club or move on to another game. I think he might be looking up where the desserts are. Again, don't blame him. I don't know. Meanwhile, Matt up to 15 shinies out of 300. I'm assuming there are like deposits of, 50 to 75 shinies in various places. Pizza has his personal helper to tell him all the secrets. And who is that, Goose? That's not Goose. You have a pink name. I've had. Who is that, Morzis? Is it RPM giving him all the deets? That's pretty funny, actually. Obviously, like if it, for this tournament on Saturday, stuff like that's not going to be allowed. But for these like silly little test exhibitions, I don't care. There's like 2 to 350 to 70 shiny deposits. A lot of the smaller quests, like 25. Okay. This could end up being a pretty long goal then. Even if you know, like, that's got to take a while, right? Okay, finds the magic potion. That's going to let them access more shinies. Speedrunner could do it in a few minutes, but casually it's probably like 15. If you haven't beaten the game, like 25 to... That kind of strikes me as a potentially imbalanced goal. We might want to talk about that one afterwards. Matt taking a death over here. Possibly on purpose? Doesn't seem on purpose. I have not been keeping count of how many desserts Pizza has eaten so far, but it's gotta be pretty close to 10, right, guys? Does Pizza know that where you're standing affects how long a level transition takes? I don't know if he knows that. I didn't know that. News to me, too. Minimax is a very unbalanced game to make goals for in general. Yes, I have found this to be true. The thing with bingo, though, is that we can't assume that players have, like, never played certain games. You kind of have to assume that everybody has played each game at least to some extent. Ooh, so that's going to be a pretty unfortunate death in Kick Club. Doesn't get the full 10 hidden desserts. Going to hop back in. This might be a little bit of an issue. So we have a rule that I call the instance rule that says you can't count the same instance of something more than once for a goal. So I don't know if Pizza is going to get the same hidden desserts he's already gotten and count them again, but that technically that would be a rule violation. Mini and Max is honestly a game that could have its own bingo. That's a hell of a thought, isn't it? All right, Matt up to a 36 shinies. Only has to multiply that by 10 to win. It really could. It really could. So I'm almost wondering now if Pizza's goal is actually to gold Kick Club. If that's actually the goal here, that's a hell of a play. I don't think it's gonna pan out, but I mean, respect the grind. So that dessert there, I believe he's already collected these 2 desserts. They should not count towards that total, but I have not been keeping count, so I can't say whether those are going to count towards the total or not. If he ticks this off, but I'm going to mention that later, just to make sure people know about that rule, because otherwise a lot of these goals would become very abusable. You could, just boot up the game and get the first one, and then reset the game and get the first one again. I want to avoid stuff like that. Yeah, I understand. But in the spirit of bingo, we can't just stop the game. We have to see it to complete. I will say, at least this game was a lot closer than the last one, which was a bit of a blowout. Pizza definitely put up more of a fight this time. Bingo is a skill set that you have to learn, and the way that you approached UFO 50 casually is going to affect how good you are at bingo. For instance, I'm terrible at bingo, even though I'm developing it. Question about the tactics goals: is beat 5 levels the campaign, or does ranked also count? It's intentionally vague. You can do it in either mode. Pizza made some good plays to block out some bingos. Yeah, very true, very true. It does seem pretty tough. Yeah, it is definitely tough. It's a different skill set from cherry pieing. It's a different skill set from speedrunning. It's a lot of knowledge planning, reading your opponent. There's a lot that goes into bingo. Also, RPM, if you are in Pizza's chat, could you just make sure he knows about the instant rule that you can't collect the same desserts and count them twice? That is a rule in the rules document. I don't know if he is counting them, but I see he is collecting the same ones. Already done. Okay, cool. 3 fuel tank seems relatively easy for the center tile. Yes. And I'm really surprised that wasn't the first game that they both ended up seeing a really easy goal right in the middle. Like that should have been an alarm in your head saying that is the first thing you need to do. Is Matt reading the text? I just find that kind of funny. So Matt up to a cool 58 shinies. Now only has to multiply that by 6-ish to win. That's better than having to multiply it by 10. The true Mini and Max experience, playing it casually during a bingo. All right, 60, let's go. At least we all get to chill out to some Mini and Max music. Get to look at the little green dudes, hang out together, and have fun. I am really curious why Pizza is still playing Kick. Not gonna lie. Must be really determined to get these club goals. That was really funny. Missed the ball like 10 times. Is Google going to be banned on Saturday? Yes. That was indeed the true Kick Club experience. Fuck this game. I am, by the way, going to have to call this game at the 90-minute mark. I need to sleep. Frankly, I just need to sleep. So if it gets to that point, I will have to call it, and the majority will be... Yeah, I think we're actually just watching 2 casual playthroughs right now. I think we're just multi-twitching people playing these games for the first time. Is it okay if I tattoo the Barbuda ladder puzzle to my thigh? Yeah, go for it. I can't stop you from doing that. Yeah, we could just I could just take the bingo card off and we just watch people playing UFO 50. Saturday bingo info in the bingo thread. There is no info yet. It's not official yet. I haven't put anything together. It's just something. It's just an idea I've been throwing around. I'm hoping tomorrow I can actually like organize a bracket and put it together and make it happen. So Pizza's out of Kick Club. Did get the 10 hidden desserts, and I'm gonna take his word for it that there were no instance rule violations. Because frankly, I wasn't watching. Yeah, Pete. Oh yeah, Pizza totally. I mean, he kind of has to, right? Like he literally has no choice. I guess he could like speed run these other goals and try to majority while Matt is figuring out where to get these shinies from, but I don't think he knows how much Matt is struggling. So I expect Pizza to just hop into Minion Max right now and start it on this. Yeah, I don't really. Okay, Valbraid. So it looks like either Pizza's completely diagonal blind and doesn't see that Matt has the ones left, or he's challenging Matt to actually complete that before he can get majority. Even if Pizza wanted to have some strong words to say about the Blood Sword goal, yeah, I agree. That we'll talk about stuff after the game. I think there was some things that we should take notes of here. Maybe some goals to revisit. You know, all that jazz. How do you fight this thing? Straight up, how do you fight this thing? If getting robbed before Bloodsword locks you out of Bloodsword, that means that, yeah, it wouldn't be a good goal then. I don't know how it works. We would have to ask somebody who knows more about Barbuda. TNT? Oh, okay, so what Matt's doing now is nothing, what I hear. Yes. However, you can cheat. You can use the Pierce spell to hit the Mimic at any time and just open him up and start combo. You don't actually have to wait for it. Fun fact. So I'm pretty curious to see how well Pizza knows Valbrace. This is a game that's like really difficult to memorize. Oh, uh, so the tardigrade, this is the tardigrade, right? That's its weak spot, and then you TNT it there. Is that how it works? You Goomba the thing while it's throwing out bubbles, but I can't remember. Yeah, that appears to be the case, but then what? So this is where you... Oh, you can use the blocks to damage it. Okay, okay, so this does work. It doesn't look good, but it works. And just gonna take a death to it. Guys, I'm gonna be real here. Pizza has a shot if Matt is really committed to getting this square. And I'm gonna say it. I think we should revisit this Mini and Max square. Like, yeah, somebody who knows the game really well could probably do it quickly. But are we expecting bingo players to memorize every single thing in Mini and Max when we have kind of established that we're not doing that for other games? I don't know if that feels fair. Does majority beat out a line? No, a line would beat out... It's whichever happens first. So if Pizza hits 13 before Matt's able to finish the square, then Pizza would win. Okay, Matt finally just defeats this boss for a reward of nothing. I'm sure you have to go claim it somewhere. My mic's up, sorry. So what I was saying, yeah, so Goose, yes, every Mini and Max goal is complete gibberish to me, and that's probably why they're pretty unbalanced, because we didn't... Cash of 100 somewhere, but other than that, seems like kind of a slog. Yeah, I think we might have to just chuck the 300 shinies goal and keep the 100 shinies goal, because Matt would have completed that by now. I don't know how long it's going to take him to find the other half of the shinies that he needs. You know, and it doesn't feel fair for us to expect bingo players to know every single thing about Mini and Max. That doesn't really feel like a fair thing. We don't expect that for any other game, so why do we expect it for this? Two caches of 75 and a pretty long quest line to give you 100. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and swap our stream audio here so that we can listen to Valbrace instead, because this game has really good music. Pizza does not know the Pierce cheese for killing mimics quickly. That's a fun little thing you can do when you have to play Valbrace and Bingo, is you can save a little bit of time when you fight mimics. Didn't grab the rapier at the start, which is typically considered to be one of the best weapons in the game, available right at the start of floor 1. All you need to do is get past a secret door and you can pick it up. So not grabbing that immediately tells me that Pizza probably doesn't know this game super well. As, like, if you know anything about Valbrace, you know that that's the first thing you grab. Problem is that anything other than X Chinese looks like nonsense to anyone who hasn't played it, so what else is there? Yeah, pretty much. We can talk about the mini and max goals sometime after this. Maybe figure something out that works better for this game. I respect Matt, like, putting in the work to go for this, to really prove how kind of unbalanced the goal is. No, I appreciate the effort. You might be throwing the bingo away by doing it. We'll see. So the classic Valbrace experience is getting lost. It appears that Pizza is lost here, trying to gate on random walls, hoping it opens. In order to level up at a throne in Valbrace, first you actually have to find the throne, but for the floor 1 throne, you need, I believe it's 200 essence to get from combat. Those are the 2 things you need in order to do this. Kill 1 boss, that might be a good goal. You could suggest that in the bingo doc that's in the Discord. 200, yeah, it's 200. Okay, I just did this in the last bingo I played, so I'm pretty sure it was 200. I had to farm a little bit. Okay, up to 130, but half health, and I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Pizza has kind of been struggling to input minor heal, which is it's a tough input if you don't know it by heart. So we'll see if he's able to get through this. To be fair, I didn't know what a key code was in Vanger. Yeah, I mean, every goal is going to have some kind of terminology associated with that game, right? Like, for the most part, that's just going to be a thing that happens. Problem with bosses, your face is at the end of the game, and tardigrade and cockroach are more hidden than them. Yeah. Glove, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. How you doing? We're not sure how this one's going to end. We're not sure. The 300 shinies goal is proving to be pretty imbalanced, and we're probably going to end up getting rid of it. But Matt seems to be pretty committed to finishing it off. And it's kind of up to Pizza to win over majority before Matt can do that. Yes, we're in the final phase. So we actually did a bingo before this, but it ended very quickly. It was a very fast sweep for Matt. This time, Matt started out very strong, and then just has been playing Mini and Max for, like, the last 20 minutes. Meanwhile, Pizza's over here lost in Valbrace. Trying to find the throne to level up. Has enough essence, just has to find the throne. Oh, found it. Okay, it's going to sit on the throne, claim this. That's going to be a point for Pizza. 7-9. I mean, it's closing. It's closing. Yeah, that goal's a little high. So Goose and I both have no experience with Mini and Max at all. So when Mini and Max goals got suggested, we were just kind of like, okay, sure. Like, yeah, I trust that this works. And you know, it's kind of coming back to bite us that neither of us have played the game. Collect the string potion, although that might be easy. I mean, we do have dedicated easy goals. There's nothing wrong with a goal being easy. There is an issue when a goal takes this long. You can't just, like, assume that everybody who plays is going to know everything about every game. The game has to be balanced. Okay, so it looks like Pizza's going to go into Grimstone, doing anything he can to not enter Mini and Max. Drink is a good goal because anyone who's played Mini Max for like an hour will find that. Yeah, I could see it, and I could see us putting it in like either the easy or medium tiers. There is a 90-minute time cap on this because that's Betty time for me. That's honk shoe hours. I think Pizza is looking up which characters learn skills the fastest. 3 skills is a knowledge check. Pizza is currently gaining that knowledge as we speak. Pizza grabs Lee, he gets this. See, it looks like he might be going for Lee here. Pick it up Bull. And Maria's a good choice. Maria learns Pilfer at like level 2 or 3. Pretty quick skill. Nope, going for Lee instead, it looks like. All right, so we are now entering Grimstone over on Pizza's side. Matt is up to 126 shinies still. I just hope he's having fun playing Mini and Max casually. I just hope he's enjoying it. Bull learns like no skills. Yeah, I don't know why. Even I know that, and I don't know Grimstone at all. I don't know why he picked Bull. But all the other characters he picked seem like pretty good choices. Fun fact, you need to talk to the angel to get money. What do you mean you need to talk to the angel to get money? What does that mean? Like, period? Any money at all for the rest of the game? Yeah, casual fun during a bingo challenge. I mean, we've had bingo for a week. That's kind of what it's going to be, right? Oh, you're starting money. Is it 300 or 200, chat? Come on. Get your... Pizza is thinking. Maybe figuring out how to play Grimstone on the fly. Who knows? Yeah, I thought we were all just playing for fun. I thought we were just watching, you know, casual people playing UFO 50 for the first time. 141, that's progress. It's funny, but it's also a little agonizing. You know, as like one of the developers of the bingo, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of my fault, isn't it? Matt is past the halfway point. As soon as Matt hits 300, this bingo is over. There's no going back, because Pizza has apparently given up all hope of ever starting Mini and Max. And it wouldn't surprise me if he had a little outside information to tell him that. Yeah, I don't know if Pizza really has a shot here. I have a feeling that this is just going to go to time. And at that point, it's just a matter of who has more squares. So if Pizza can pull out 3 squares in the next 18, 17 minutes, then Pizza wins. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. I mean, what's left? I mean, collect food in 5 different games. Pizza has already gotten Food and Kick Club. I think that's it, unless... I don't know if anybody caught if he picked up a Rat Heart and Valbraze. But that's a pretty quick goal that you can do if you know what games to look at. And I think I lost this. Oh, we're back. Yeah, Fist Hell is a great one. There's a lot of games you can pick up food very quickly. So that would be a good one to pick up. 10 bosses is not the worst. You can do that with just a couple like arcade games and stuff. The rest are kind of rough, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Campanella and Stage A. Healing Sector, you need to beat 4 levels to access it. And then it's you take the upper path from the start room, you go right and then down. That game I do know. Okay, that's a skill. Umbra learns heal. That's one right there. Yeah, it's pretty... It's a little lengthy to get there. I mean, if you know the game, even if you're not a speedrunner, the thing is, you can't really trust the, like, Spoodie's run of Warp Tank because he does the levels in a very strange order. Not like you can get to Healing Sector pretty quickly if your only goal is to get there. You only have to beat 4 levels to access Healing Sector. The real issue is knowing where it is on the overworld. But yeah, you only need to beat 4 levels to access it. And the first 4 levels are, like, really fast and easy. Running would have been more efficient. Well, the thing with the Warp Tank speedrun, it's not about... The levels aren't linear, so you just beat them in the order that makes the most sense for, like, your overworld movement. So, the order that you find the levels casually versus the order of the speedrun is a bit different. Fighting 8 mole rats. Yeah. So anybody know how many skills Pizza's up to? I saw that Umber got heal. I didn't catch any others. I love that specific Warp Tank knowledge check. That's the sort of thing that, like, Bingo tests you on. You know? What do you know about these games? Are you gonna sit there and beat, like, 7 or 8 Warp Tank levels before you figure out where Healing Sector is? And it's I wrote that one. I kind of made a point to pick one that was, like, a little out of the way, but not one that would actually require you to do a lot to get to. Now, if you've never played Warp Tank before in your life, that's probably a rough goal. Definitely gonna be a tough one. But if you've like golded the game casually, I think you could do that in less than 10 minutes. So unfortunately, 2 of Pete's party members are dead. Can't help but notice that. I also can't help but notice that Pizza's missing a lot of shots. Let's see. No skills yet from Bull or Lee there. Oh, heal revives? Oh, I gotta start Grimstone over and pick this character. Holy shit. There are some games you really know nothing about. Like, yes, absolutely. There are some games I haven't even undusted yet, and I'm a speedrunner. Like, this game really is that massive. Yeah, that does seem pretty ridiculous. He's trying to get a lot of levels on Lee specifically. Makes sense, makes sense. So, educate me, chat. What's the deal with Lee? Does he, like, learn a bunch of skills at once or something? Is that why he's good for this? Yeah, it's hard for me to pay attention to Stone Goose. Sorry. I like it. I like the game. Like, I'm trying to play through it and beat it, but, like, it's a JRPG. I can't really watch it. He learns skills from enemies. Interesting. Okay. Learn skills based study on certain enemies. Like, what enemies does that apply to? Like, in the early game here. Not a Lee main. That's such a funny sentence to me. Who's your main in Grimstone? Oh, you know, I'm a Bull main. You know, I like my big damage and whatever. All of them. The robber. Bandit for Pilfer is the only one I remember. Alp, Bat, Robber. Okay. Well, the Bat and the Robber are enemies that appear, like, pretty early in the game, and Study itself is a skill, right? So, like, Lee alone can get this pretty quickly. Bat gives you Leech. Do starting skills count? I'm gonna say no because the tile says learn, not have. The chance for it to learn is low though, if I remember correctly. It starts with study, so it doesn't count as a learned skill. Does he start with study? Because I picked Lee, and I'm pretty sure I got text that he learned it at like level 2. All right, there are only, by the way, 9.5 minutes left before time is called here. So really, it's Matt's game to lose here. He can enjoy his casual minion max playthrough with the relative safety that he's not going to lose. However, if Pizza does this quickly and then also collects 5 food items within that time, this could be a draw. We could call this a draw. By the way, going forward, I will be uploading these streams to YouTube, so if you want to watch them back at any point, or if you want to, if people are asking like, oh, what's bingo like, you can around. It seems like there was interest in having these VODs available, so I'm going to be doing that from now on. I got the nice layout now, why not? I don't know, I'm not going to be doing these every night anymore, by the way, because I have not slept in days. Like, last night, I think I got 3 hours of sleep. I have a 5 a.m. work schedule. I'm going to bed after this. You're not going to hear from me until Saturday, probably. Yeah, last night's was super fun. It was a great match. I'm not even gonna upload the Vanger PB I got today until tomorrow, probably. I'm going to bed as soon as this is done. I am knocking out. Yeah, I think I will also upload last night's VOD. I don't think I can do the first one, which was Pizza and what's it? Shit, it was Pizza and Bob. It was Bob, right? I don't think I could upload that one because my stream died in the middle of it. I mean, I could stitch the 2 VODs together, I guess, but you know, maybe I'll think about it. It'll be fun to like chronicle the history of this, you know, as it goes on. I'm just going to quickly drop a message in the Discord to our players here so that they know that time is going to be called at the 1:30 mark. So proud of you and Goose and the whole community. That means a lot. I'm absolutely flabbergasted at the amount of like interest and support and like community involvement that this has brought on. Like I can't believe it. You know, thank you. That means a lot. This was seriously like 2 weeks ago. This was just like a silly little idea that I had watching the Elden Ring bingo at GDQ, and now it's like a huge thing. And it's like all I've been doing for days. So it's kind of crazy how things like that can just happen. That was three. That was three. Oh, excuse me. So I was talking in the chat. That is 3 skills in Grimstone, and I can't help but notice, but Pizza's still playing Grimstone. So I take it that this might be GG. You're awesome. Now go sleep. It's not over. I got 5 more minutes. You're awesome. Stay here. Don't leave. So why is there any real reason to stay in Grimstone here? No, right? Like collecting food, perhaps? Food item? You think that's it? The only food items I know of in Grimstone are the prickly pear, and the dog treat technically counts. Do not send a Gilroy to my mailbox. I hate that character. Punch pisses me off. Food item or a casual playthrough? Imagine like Morpheus with the pills, like collect a food item, play Grimstone for fun. You're gonna teach me Gilroy cheese? Feel free. You think he's the easiest guy to fight? He gives me so much trouble. I hate that guy. You can stun lock him. Alright, I mean, I believe you. But my experience with him is not positive. Yeah, it looks like he's going for maybe a food item here, trying to buy something. Chat, side bets. Do you think Pizza can actually get 5 food items in time? We know he has the food and kick club. Root beer doesn't count. Root beer is not food, it's a beverage. There's a separate goal for beverages. Yeah, I have no idea. This has been an interesting bingo. I would say it's been a less than successful one, but you know, we need to have these to know where the problems are. It would take longer than 2 minutes to open 3. No, the Campanella coffees do not count towards food. There's a semi, hopefully complete list in the rules doc of what counts as a food and what counts as a beverage. Goose has the stats. Goose knows. Yeah, you got a minute 20, by the way, to find food. I'm not so sure it can be done. all blue discs. The category no one's talking about. We're calling it? I mean, 1 minute on the clock. Yeah, I'm with it. We can call it. Alright, I'm gonna hop in the Discord to call. Hang on.
Is that it?
I believe that's it. I think Pizza has called it.
Okay, it's good because
That goal is garbage. It's going. So sorry about that.
I didn't know if I was an idiot. Like I haven't played Mini and Max in like months, and I was like, all right, I'm probably missing some major side quests that give a ton of shinies, but I don't remember.
So the deal with that goal is that Goose and I have not played Mini and Max. And so the people who suggested the Mini Max goals, we were kind of like fielding their opinions, like, what do you think, like, how long would this take for like a speedrunner, a casual player, that kind of thing. So the impression that we got was that, oh, if you like have played the game, this shouldn't be that bad. And I think that was false.
It has been a while. Like, admittedly, I don't remember all the side quests. I kind of remember like major landmarks. And I was like, okay, I think if I head here, maybe some things will happen. And I was trying to find a cave forever, and I finally found one and got my ass kicked and said, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Because you can get the big shiny at the end of a cave, and you get, I think it's like 5 for every room in the cave. So that awards big shinies if you can make it to the end. But with not a lot of upgrades, I was kind of failing. But I just don't remember a lot of the major like sources of shinies in the early game or late game for that matter. But I don't know.
We do have
Sorry, go ahead.
We do have a separate goal for collect 100 shinies, and that one is staying, but this one is just going to get chucked. We're not going to replace it with anything. We're just going to get rid of it.
That seems reasonable.
Like,
Yeah.
you would have had 100 shinies relatively quickly, actually. I think it was like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes in.
Oh, okay. And I could get that down.
You were,
Like,
yeah.
Because I was lost a little
You
bit.
you were in Mini and Max for like 40 minutes.
I made it. I'm so late.
Welcome.
What's up,
GG's,
dude?
boys.
Pizza's still deafened, but
Yeah.
I added
Oh,
him.
we can't hear us.
He's still trying to find food.
Oh, well.
does canned fish count as food?
Yeah, there's a list in the rules doc of what counts as food.
Yeah.
I was questioning that
have
as
to
I
look
played.
at that, yeah, before I start playing, just in case I get the dreaded food
Yeah.
square.
Read through the rules doc before you start playing. And
Thank
you are allowed to open the rules doc while you're playing.
Okay.
You are. I don't know if you knew this, Matt. But currently, you're allowed to look stuff up. We haven't banned that yet.
Yeah,
Um,
I understood that. I didn't want to do that if I didn't have to.
Valid, yeah. For this tournament on Saturday, which is not official yet, by the way. I haven't put anything out yet. I don't have a bracket. But
Okay.
It's going to be banned for that. That's going to be the first time we're banning.
Here we go. Rules doc. Found it.
Yeah, these are just casuals, like casual setups.
Yeah,
No,
this is just testing like how good the goals are, and thanks, we found one that needs to go. So yeah, GG, thanks for playing.
yeah, it was
Food
great.
List. Oh, there we go.
On the food list, just replace tuna with canned fish because that's what it's actually called.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think that document you can just make suggestions on. You can just edit it in lines. if you can-
Oh, yeah, I see.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look through stuff tomorrow. I'm on 3 hours of sleep right now, so I'm going to bed.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
You
Go to bed.
sleep.
Thank you. Python, we love you. Mwah.
Hey,
Yeah.
appreciate your.
I
Appreciate
did
your
this.
service, dude.
I did this three days in a row. I'm gonna take a little
Yeah.
break. You're welcome to play without me. Please do. In fact, the more
I'm down
this gets
to
played,
do it.
the more
I'd
this
love
gets
to.
played, the better. Like, please leave feedback on stuff. If you find goals that are imbalanced, make edits to the document. Leave comments explaining like what happened. Like, I need this data. It's important. I appreciate you
sounds
guys.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I appreciate all the hard work, and yeah, we'll definitely contribute to whatever you need.
Love
Awesome.
it.
Thanks.
This whole thing is great.
Somebody go tell Pizza he doesn't have to play anymore.
Somebody stop him. from
Somebody
playing
stop
Yoga
this
Disney.
man. He's
I
playing
didn't
Planet
know before.
Zoldat. Somebody save him.
He's locked in.
He's succumbing to his whole.
He's
Before,
succumbing.
before I open this goal, just last thing I'll say is like I saw, okay, well I have this one goal left. I might as well try to get it. And going into it, I thought I just didn't remember how long it took to get that. And I thought,
Yeah.
okay, this probably took less time. Will take less time now that I understand the objectives. And as I was playing it, I was like, I just don't think that's the case. So I'm
And
glad you're on the same page.
That was kind of the idea. It was like, oh, someone who's played this, it should be reasonable. And it turns
cross
out
that out.
somebody who's played it, it's still not reasonable. So that's the kind of stuff that we're looking for.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, and hey, get some good rest, all right?
All right, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
appreciate it.
See you on the weekend.
Later. All right, chat. We're gonna throw out a nice raid to somebody. Gonna see who's streaming, and I thank you guys for watching and hanging out. Like I said, I'm probably gonna take a couple days off from stream. I'm gonna go ahead and probably just throw a raid over. Anybody playing UFO 50 follow list? I'm gonna throw a raid over to Asta. Super cool guy, GDQ hotfix showrunner. If you're not familiar, met him at GDQ. We played Rivals 2. Super nice guy. So everyone go say hi to Mr. Shasta. There we go. Thanks for playing bingo. Keep playing bingo. If you find broken stuff, tell me. And have a good night, everybody. I'm going to bed. See you later. Can't wait till Matt continues his Max and Mini. So true. All right. Bye bye.
It's okay. They love this.
This is as far as you go.
Oh, that was weird. I like felt that was like a clip. I guess it was very strange. Yeah, Python, thank you for the raid.